Well, good afternoon to you, and greetings from Portland, Oregon, once again. We are currently making our way up I-5 northbound up to North Portland to Amazon facility where we're going to be getting well, hopefully, if they don't screw this one up, we'll be getting a live load that is scheduled for departure tonight at like 9 p.m. Or something like that, or maybe not 9. I think 7:30 p.m. My arrival appointment time is for 5:30. And it is currently 3 p.m. So I'm getting there quite early in hopes that we can get any screw-ups as far as the live load goes taken care of before it's a screw-up. So we shall see. All that said, today is Sunday, December 27th. I already gave you the time. And we got, it's nice and warm out here, 50 degrees at an elevation of 300 feet roughly. We just began our short little trip up here Portland from the TA Aurora, where I spent a good chunk of time yesterday and today hanging out. Made my delivery last night. See, I think I arrived there about 10:30, which the appointment was for like a minute to midnight. So I got there about 12:30, and they got me a dock door. Jeez, it was, I think just after midnight. It was like 12:30 when they got me my dock door. And, which way do I want to go? Do I want to do the 405 or do I want to go ahead and run up 5? I don't know. You know what, let me get in this here middle lane and think about it. But, so, yeah, they got me a dock door, and, the place where the delivery was a distribution center by Winco Foods. And
3/4 of a mile. Keep left to I-405 north.
At this
keep right.
particular place, as well as many other of these, I guess it's kind of a thing with the food delivery or something. I don't know why, but what are we going to do? We're going to do 5 or 405. Let's see here. Which one looks worse? I guess it looks like we're going to do 405. I can see some traffic up there. We're going over the bridge right there, it looks like.
Keep left to I-405 north, then keep right.
Yeah, but for some reason, let's go ahead and do 5. Yes, let's do that.
Be in either of the 2 right lanes.
Did I just botch that? Nah, I couldn't have. This is right. This is for 5. That one is for 405, which is a bypass. We're not going to do the bypass on this one.
Continue.
We did the bypass last time. But yeah, so it's one of these places where you have an option to either unload your freight yourself. Your freight, nothing. That shit didn't belong to me. But unload your truck yourself, or you can pay. They call them lumpers. It's a lumper service to unload it for you. And it's like, are you kidding me? I mean, what kind of racket is that? Like, you're gonna charge the
Continue
carrier
on I-5.
of the freight to unload the freight. That it ain't ours. We don't own that shit. You know, we're just transporting it. That's all. I don't know. You know, it's kind of a racket. I've seen a lot of truck driver videos talking about that very thing. You know, and so anyway, and what made it even more of a racket was, you know, the guy. He's like, okay, well, you know, took my phone number. He's like, we'll give you a call when it's loaded and let you know how much. I'm like, well, really? Do you have a ballpark? He goes, I'll tell you when we're done. I'll let you know how much when we're done. I'm like, wow, okay. That is a racket. I mean, so you guys are going to perform work without even telling me how much you're going to charge. So, I mean, you could finish and then come at me and say, I owe you $1,000, and I don't really have much recourse legally. I mean, that's a racket. Plain and simple. So, anyhow, I just muttered that under my breath as I walked out, and went and hung out in the truck, and they didn't even touch my truck. They didn't even, it was docked. I don't think they started doing the unload until about 5 a.m., 4:30 or 5 a.m. So I was docked there for, you know, 4.5, 5 hours. You know, and it's like, man, if we're paying you to unload this, I mean, you should pretty well just get damn on top of it, because time is money. So I'm losing money sitting there, basically, essentially, right? That's time that I'm not driving, so I'm losing money, right? Sitting there waiting. You know? And yeah, I guess, you know, the option did exist to unload it myself, but honestly, I've never, you know, I don't know what's involved in that process. I've never been, you know, I haven't been involved in that before, so I don't know what the procedure is. I just don't know. I don't know, you know, what kind of effort it takes. I don't know if they stick you on a forklift, and, you know, or if it's like a push-pull lift thing or what. So, you know, whatever. And so yeah, I think it was like 5:30 a.m. and I had actually gone ahead and, you know, used that time to get some sleep. But yeah, like 5:30 a.m. they called me and they're like, yeah, it's gonna be, you know, it's like $134. You know, of course, I mean, my boss is paying that. It's not coming out of my pocket, of course. You know, but all right, so got that all taken care of, got out of there, and then ran back over to the TA Aurora there. Dozed off for another 2 or 3 hours. So that was all good. But yeah, what a man, I don't know. Like, they're not even gonna tell you how much to unload the freaking thing. That's man, that could be dangerous, you know. Man, I wish there's no way I could have gotten away with that when I was in construction. I was a contractor, like licensed contractor, tile contractor. I could never get away with coming into somebody's home and them asking me to do some work for them, and then being like, okay, I'll do it, and then after I'm done, I'll tell you how much. There's no way. That's a racket. So having and leaving no legal recourse, that's insane. I think that's like the very definition of a racket. So, but whatever, it all worked out. So, I'm just being punchy about it. So yeah, got a few extra hours of sleep, and then eventually hopped up. I think like 9 or something like that. I ended up getting back up. Basically, hang out with the dog all day for the most part. That's pretty much it. It was funny, you know. He's pretty playful, you know, when we're not driving. You know, he wants to, you know, get some attention and do stuff. And then, you know, every couple hours, you know, he'll let out this special bark, right? And it's basically, I need to go to the bathroom bark, right? And I'm beginning to learn that language when he speaks it, which is a great thing. So he lets out that bark, and this was just a little while ago. This is just actually a couple hours ago now. So, and we're parked over in the back of the TA, like in this kind of way back area there. Basically because, you know, there's going to be far less traffic coming in and out of there, so it's just safer to be able to, you know, take them and walk them. And so we hop out, and I didn't have any intention of actually, you know, walking them. Just letting him out basically towards the back of the truck where the trailer is, yeah, taking care of business and then getting back in. And so he's out there and he does what he's got to do. And over off to you know, like a couple slots down, there's a couple of just empty trailers there. I think that the TA uses for storing stuff in a couple spots. And just on the other side of those was this minivan, this white minivan. And it was there yesterday, and you know, but it was so far away I couldn't really make
Take
much.
exit 307 on the right to Oregon 1990.
Of who it was or what they were doing. You know, they ain't none of my business. But today, it was close enough, right? And the guy who was sitting in the van, minivan, he sees the puppy, you know, he sees Max there, and he hollers something, right? And I couldn't make nothing of it. I couldn't really hear him. I couldn't understand what he said. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, and I thumbs up, right? I just figure he's like saying something about the pup, you know, the dog. Thumbs up to him. Yeah, just smiling, you know, whatever. Trying to be polite.
To Oregon 1990.
And he gets out, and he's this Hispanic guy, right? You know, looked like he might as well be a farm worker. And he gets out and he's carrying like this
Marine DR West.
this bare steel hatchet, like almost like a homemade hatchet, like this just big bare steel. It had like a rounded
Marine DR West.
a rounded like axe kind of side to it, all sharpened up. It's all just full steel, and he gets out and he's walking towards me, holding this thing in his hand, and I'm like looking at Max, going, "Whoa." But the guy had a couple of dogs in his van too, right? He had a couple of chihuahuas.
Turn right on North Marine Drive.
And they were just yapping away, you know, like chihuahuas do, of course, you know. And that's freaking Max out. So he goes running up underneath our trailer to kind of hide out. So I got to entice him back out, you know. And the guy comes walking up and just really couldn't speak a lick of English, but he's sitting there trying to talk to me about stuff, you know. Next thing you know, you know, yeah, Max is coming up to him and, being a puppy, wanting to, play.
Turn right at the traffic light.
And the guy, he's just, oh, hey, muchacho, talking to a dog, right? Holding this freaking hatchet. And his dog's back there just yapping. And he goes on to begin to start telling me about this hatchet and how he, I don't know. The only thing that could make any sense of it was that he was like explaining to me how he booby traps his van for anybody who's gonna steal his van with this hatchet. Like he's showing me like he was swinging it off his finger, his first finger and his thumb, swinging it and showing me how it would point up and it would point down, and he's pointing back to his van. And I'm just going, right, okay, well that's good, that's great, that's amazing. And then he hands it to me. I'm just like, wow, that's really great, And we couldn't for the life of us understand each other, actually, yeah, but it was just like, wow, yeah, that's okay, yeah, wow. I'm just being polite as I could with the guy, pretending to understand what he's telling me. And I'm just like, okay. You go, oh, you gotta go? And I said, yeah, I gotta go. And I did too. I mean, the thing was, is I was just, like I said, I wasn't getting out, letting Max out with the intention of walking him or spending any time. I just wanted to let him get out and go to the bathroom, because what I was planning to do was do that and then go take a shower. And so I wanted to make sure he had taken care of business before I left him in the truck by himself. And that was the whole thing. So next thing you know, I'm in this engaged in this meaningless conversation where we couldn't speak, we couldn't even communicate, and we're just pretending to communicate about this hatchet that guy's got. Right? It's just like, so I pick up Max. I gotta go. Oh, you gotta go. I said, yeah, I gotta go. Oh, okay. And he asked me for a cigarette. I'm like, yeah, here you go. And so I just hopped in the truck and fired it back up and got pulled up closer to the main, store there where the showers are. Got my shower and all that, but it's just funny. I don't know, man. It's like just weird. It looked like the guy, looked like the kind of situation where the guy was living out of his van, with his dogs. He had a bunch of stuff inside and all that. It's like, man, pretty funny. Nice enough guy. It was just an odd scene. Like he gets out, comes walking up to me with this hatchet, and here I am with my puppy. He's got 2 chihuahuas yapping, in the background. I was just weird, like, man. It's pretty funny. Like, I don't know. Yeah, come walking up to somebody with this hatchet. I don't know what was going through his mind where he felt like he needed to bring the hatchet with him, is what I'm getting at. Like, what was going through his mind where he was like, let me get out of my truck, of my minivan, and leave my chihuahuas in the car, and walk up to this guy with the puppy, who we probably can't speak the same language, and let me go walk up to him with my hatchet. Like, isn't that the kind of thing you would just kind of leave behind on the seat? You're gonna come show me your hatchet, really? It was just a goofy thing, I don't know. I was like, man, what? I was like looking at Max. Max comes running up to his feet, to try and play with his feet. And I'm looking at the guy holding the hatchet like, man, this guy could just at any second basically swing down and just ruin Max's day. So I did. I ended up just picking him up like, man, I gotta go, dude. Yeah, it's funny. Just pretending to talk with each other. We had no idea what each other's saying. We're just pretending. Here comes the motorcycle club. Go get them, fellas. Anybody else coming? Oh yeah, there's still a couple more coming. That was the caboose, I think. So, looks like I'm heading to a particular facility here, Facilitas of Amazon's that I was at a few months ago. Like, everything's a few months ago for me. It used to be everything was a month ago. Now everything was a couple or 2 or 3 months ago. Pretty soon it'll be, everything was 5 or 6 months ago. It's just everything, even if it was a month ago. I don't know, this little street right here was far cooler looking at night, actually. We're actually in the port area here of Portland. There's all kinds of ports meeting up with the land here. We got Portland. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, I was here back when it was still all the leaves were all in the trees. That's what the difference is. Yeah, it looked different at night, but it looked different. The trees are all bare right now. That's why it looks so different.
Arrive at 15,000 North Lombard Street on the left.
Yes, indeedy. All trucks. All trucks. Nope. Nope, all trucks. Go straight up. All trucks enter the next one. So, I don't know if anybody's noticed quite yet, but
Arrive at 15,000 North Lombard
I
Street
got-
on the left.
pretty big on wordplay a few years ago. Like, I started recognizing how words were played, with. So, I'm going to share them with you that came up just because it was just Christmas. And, I guess, it just reminded me because it was Christmas. So, I'm going to share this one with you. So, we call it Christmas, right? And does anybody know why we call it Christmas, right? Well, it's Christ's birthday or something, right? That's the idea behind it. See if I can get it here. Right? Well, okay, so Christmas. All right, well, that makes sense. So then why do we say Merry Christmas? Yeah, anybody ever wonder about that? Like, why aren't we saying Happy Christmas? We'll say Happy New Year. Why not just Happy Christmas? What's this merry shit? Right? Well, it's like this. So Christmas is Christ, Mess, meaning Messiah. Christ Messiah. Right? The birth of the Christ Messiah, right? And Mary is who gave birth to Christ. So Mary gave birth to the Christ Messiah. Hence, Mary, Christ Messiah. Christ Messiah. Merry Christmas. So there you go. Pretty cool, huh? Bet you never thought of that one before. Yeah, I got really big into wordplay a couple years ago. Just like started deciphering the language, and I realized, wow, that's what the Lucifer is. The Lucifer is a cipher, because Lu means man, right? Cipher means code, right? It's the cipher of man, basically, to say that language has been ciphered, it's been codified, or something or another, something like that. And so I've kind of decoded a lot of it. And then I just went, you know what, this is kind of a warren, this is a rabbit hole. It leads to nowhere. So, yeah. So here we are. We have arrived. Hook it up. You want me to come down to you?
I just need to update your information.
This is this is our own personal trailer. It's empty. It's to be a live load in our trailer, not in an Amazon trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That's actually why I kind of got here a little early, because last couple times it was kind of missed, and they loaded Amazon trailers and ended up canceling on us. So, yeah.
Take you a couple minutes.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. Okie dokie. Oh, Maximus. Yeah, so let's see here. That took about 5 or 10 minutes. Not too bad. I've seen worse. But so it sounds like I got here 2 hours early, so we could try to interrupt the mistake before it happened, right? And it's already happened. They've already loaded one of their own trailers. Just a minute, bud. I know you probably got to go pee. I get it. They've already, loaded one of their own trailers. So we're gonna have to, basically what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna run over to a trailer slip here and park. And they're gonna let me know, and they're gonna have to transload the load from an Amazon trailer into our trailer. Basically is what's gonna happen. So we're just gonna come over here and park until such time that they have a dock door available for me to drop my trailer into. 280 is full. Okie dokie. Well, we'll just do the next best thing. We'll do 282 or something, I guess. Hang on there, bud. I know you probably got a pee and stuff. Just a minute. Yep, 280 is full, so 282 it is. Hang on there, buddy. Just a little bit longer here. Hang on. I just had him up on my lap, so he might just be feeling kind of cheated. Just a minute there, Maximus. Unfortunately, it looks like there's like a little spot there. I can take them behind the trailers to take care of business. Hang on, buddy. Maybe he's just feeling lonely. Hang on. Hang on. I know, we're almost there. I'm busy. I got a big truck on my hands here right now. Bud. Go back just a little tiny bit. Don't do it. Hang on. Don't pee yet. Oh, all right. Anyhow, we're here. I hope you all are doing well. See you down the road. Take care.